Last time on Friendship Punch Z.
Do 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 do.
But wrong song, but okay.
Shh.
Hi folks. Please just real quick, please let us know if you can hear us. Or rather, if there anything sound weird, the sound levels and whatnot.
Yeah. Just let us know if there's any audio issues.
Yeah. I'm assuming they can actually hear us because sensors were going off and whatnot.
Re.
Yeah, they were moving. They were moving.
Yep.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Okay. Yeah. So we probably should remind folks about
Last time on Friendship Punch Z.
Everything went horribly right.
Did it?
Some of us entered a tournament, or everybody entered a tournament. Some people did one-on-one battles, and others joined a surprise cooking competition.
Yes, and Nova cooked something so well he just won in the first round.
And he is now the most legendary chef in all of Aldebrand. Meanwhile, in the one-on-one tournament, Antonio'd. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Marie.
Everybody loves Antonio.
Everybody.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, Archer, are we gonna get some little background music in this?
Yes, background music.
Yeah.
Hang on.
And then at the end, suddenly, some dude runs in and goes, "Dragon."
Yes.
Yes, that part.
Yes. Well, what was...
Also, Kirby character had a hard time saying no again and got, like, a sword that's probably cursed. But we don't know yet, because everyone's passed the charisma check to not get cursed by it.
It seems like a perfectly fine sword. Beautiful. Covered in
Yep.
rubies.
Just waiting for that critical failure.
Nope,
Such
that's
a
not it.
wonderful shaft.
Hang on. Where is it? Where is it?
It's actually, I think the tournament arc just ended.
Yes.
So
Yep.
Nope.
It not only did it end, but it ended like prematurely. Because of two reasons. Because Twinkie was so good at cooking, and because Dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you
Rogue's previous character, Illithin, ascended into the god,
yes.
to become the god of alcohol, and now he's playing a different character who's a monk.
So, last time when we left off, a guard entered the arena after the two groups had we'll say the two groups had enough time before this happened to meet back up with each other. So you're now united as one group again. And a guard has just entered the arena shouting, "Dragon!" And understandably, people start freaking the fuck out, and a lot of them are just trying to get the hell away. Like, people are rushing out of the exits, trying to get out, because dragons are scary.
Maybe they are.
Hey, Betty is a wonderful human being, okay? Dragon being.
Well, anyway...
Dragon? What does this dragon...
Can we cook this dragon?
Can we see this dragon yet? In the distance or anything like that.
I mean... Are you asking the GM, or are you asking the guard?
I'm asking you.
Looking around from the arena, you do not see it.
I'm trying to think of like what should we do about this thing because like.
Betty, is that you? My character
Rogue.
asks, running out of the arena to see what's up.
Rogue, please speak. Please speak, Rogue, please.
He said,
I'm eating.
Yeah, he's still like
He's
an
eating.
advantage point.
Yeah, I know.
Just
But
give me a few minutes.
okay. All right. So, give me an athletics check to try and climb up the side of the arena.
Oh.
Okay,
God.
you managed to you do a friggin' ninja wall run up the
Off the fucking handle.
up the side of the arena and get on top of it. You, from your vantage point, give me a perception check. Oh god.
Okay.
Bad.
You look around and briefly you see a you can't tell specifically what it is, but you briefly see a large shape quickly shrink into a much smaller shape at the edge near the pier. The edge of town near the pier.
I'm gonna climb down and let him know what I saw.
All right. What would the group like to do with this information?
What'd you see, Brock?
I saw something very large turn into something very small and land near the pier.
Is that Betty?
What?
I don't think that's.
I believe
your
we
daddy.
should investigate.
But Betty is also a dragon.
That.
What?
What? You was serious about that?
Yes,
Like,
Betty.
I was trying to whisper. How did she hear me?
Is that
Dragonic hearing.
Dragonic hearing.
I
Okay.
wouldn't worry about it too hard.
Are you sure? Because now everybody's running around, screaming their heads off, and running around.
Well, I'm more
like
meant
headless
about
chickens.
whether or not she's able to hear you.
I believe this might impede with our chance to speak with the king, so we should probably deal with this as soon as we can.
Hey, I'm gonna go see Betty, she says, and she immediately just starts walking out of the arena and towards the direction of where the dragon is coming from,
Yeah, most of the
or
people.
where the shape is.
Yeah, you try and walk, and you eventually manage to make it through the crowds of people trying to storm out and away. I take it the rest of the group is following,
Yeah.
or attempting to.
Twinkie is
Rabid curiosity is just
too much.
rather morbid curiosity, not rabid. Morbid curiosity, just getting the best of my character now. So,
All right.
Yeah, I guess.
Is anybody not following? I should ask that.
I'm gonna follow, but at a slightly slower pace, kind of keep a little bit of a distance.
Okay. So, as you approach the pier, Salem, I want you to make an investigation check to try and find. You know what you're looking for. You're looking for a dragon's human disguise. You know how to tell.
Oh.
Hey!
And you find them in a few minutes, but it's not your father. In fact, but you still recognize this human disguise of the dragon. The human disguise of this dragon. It's been a while since you've seen this dragon. About 40 days.
It's the cookie dragon, isn't it?
It is
The cookie dragon, the dragon
the
from
cookie dragon from session 1.
the one that we sent to a pub.
God.
Wow.
My character is like, ah, friend dragon, it's been so long, and just waves at him.
So she really does know dragons?
Can we get like an idea of her surroundings right now? Like what does it look over at the pier? What does it look like?
Let's see. There's a at this pier. There's a few large. You're at like the furthest pier, in the town. It's got one of the larger trading vessels docked next to it. There's about 4 or 5 more piers before the harbor curves around, and in total there's about 25-ish piers. Only about half of them are docked right now. So there's about 12 different vessels owned by Aldebrand currently docked here.
Has anything been attacked or damaged?
No. The dragon seemed... It seems this dragon is arriving awfully peacefully.
Okay.
So,
Well, I suggest Salem communicate with this thing.
Friend, this is the dragon from earlier. Remember Mr. Cookie Dragon?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, dear.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yes. It has been some time.
It was kind of a coincidence you'd find us here, or rather, we found you arriving here.
I had business to take care of. And while I'm here, his attention turns and focuses on Twinkie. I believe I smelled something as I was arriving here. Would that
Don't
have
worry.
anything to do with you?
Maybe. We cooked a little special dish back at the city for the
I
tournament.
want to try it.
Oh.
Okay.
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 Oh, he.
Are we
he-
giving him
he's
some of the
very
legendary
hungry.
dragon? We're giving the dragon the legendary dragon rule.
Alright, so I take it you guys are just gonna feed him part of the Van Dragon roll that you conveniently remembered to bring along with you.
Yes.
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 Why would we? You know what?
Don't worry about
Don't worry
it,
about it.
Jennifer.
Yes.
So he picks up this dragon roll and he looks at it and he's at first very confused. But he goes, "Oh," takes a bite, stops for a moment. His eyes are like, whoosh, mind blown.
He's like
He's having a
scene out of
spiritual
Ratatouille.
experience.
That guy just eats the food and he remembers his childhood.
Oh, it's like the end of Ratatouille, yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
His eyes come back to the present. He puts his hands on Twinkie's shoulders and says, "Tell me, do you want to start a restaurant?"
Oh my god.
A chain of restaurants. I have the wealth and the connections. Well, maybe not the connections anymore. I think most of them are dead. I've been asleep a really long time.
Well,
But-
we're moving kind of fast here. First of all, who are you?
What? We
met
before.
before, but I don't think I ever remember hearing your name.
My name. Oh Lord.
Ooh.
Oh, what is it?
Did he just ask? a
Humans
dragon for its
cannot
name?
pronounce my ordinary name.
Oh, we got a draconic
Yes.
person
Yeah,
over there.
honestly, most dragon names are kind of difficult
Oh.
to pronunciate. Like, I have a dragon name, but it's actually so, you know.
Should we just call you?
I don't think you want to try and fake speaking Draconic. It's very difficult and tends to get you cooked.
He makes an unintelligible, garbled mess of sounds that Salem understands and is able to translate into, and Salem gets to make a decision on to how she would like to translate this blue dragon's name into human tongue.
Steve.
Well, it's kind of close, but it's not that far. So, you know, why don't we call him Mr. Blueberry?
Oh my god!
Mr. Blueberry! Mr. Blueberry. The dragon sighs this.
Salem, is that really an appropriate name for what?
Well, it's kind of. Well, his name is actually kind of related to certain plants, but they're not really. It's not like it's like one group of plants, and so it's kind of like it doesn't translate correctly. But that's the closest I can get.
I see.
I mean, we've already seen that he was a blue dragon before. Does it take a huge leap to name him Blue, Mr. Blue, Mr. Blue?
I'm sure it's a little bit more of a majestic name than that. Just something maybe like Azure.
It is, but
well, for
fine,
now,
this is.
I'm actually going to. Can I retroactively cast Comprehend Languages and try and help with the translation?
Sure. What is
like, but the word. It's kind of different from the word. It's a little difficult.
Oh my god.
Someone says the dragon shadow spirit animal.
Azurius.
Oh yeah, we forgot. Draconic is actually French.
Yeah.
So, what is a French word we can use here?
Well,
Azurius.
Azurius sounds
Azurius.
Yes.
It's Azurius.
Azurius? Thank you. That is
I guess Azurius
far more accurate.
Well, Mr. Azurius,
in some dialects it's also called views.
He sighs again.
Nobody's gonna get that joke.
Mr. Azurius, you want to open a restaurant chain with Twinkie?
Yes.
Well, Twinkie appreciates your offer, but the king has also given Twinkie an offer.
Aldebrand may be the richest kingdom in these lands, from what I have been told. But do you really think any kingdom is richer than a dragon?
Well, Twinkie doesn't know how rich dragons are. Hey guys, Twinkie just whispers over. Guys, are dragons rich?
They are known to be.
I mean, Dante had a castle.
But the king has a castle too.
Mr. Twinkie, I have to think that having a dragon backing this thing up would be like a huge advertisement itself. It's like that would be bringing curious folk from the world over just to see what this is about.
Or terrified folk because they don't want to be eaten by a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. But they wouldn't be drawn to this place because of the dragon, but they might.
I don't know. It's about as good to be feared as it is to be respected.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they wouldn't come to this place out of fear. They might purchase more expensive foods out of fear once they're there, but that's a different story.
Mr. Azurius, how would you say your reputation is around this kingdom?
I've been asleep for years. I don't have a reputation anymore.
Mr. Twinkie, I
have to rebuild it.
Oh, so we're going to be starting from the very bottom.
Well, I have tons and tons of golden treasures, so it's not the very bottom.
Well, how are your business skills?
I'm a dragon. They're exceptional.
Twinkie just whispers, guys, are dragon good businessmen?
They tend to be exceptional at negotiations.
Oh yes. I did hear about stories about. Well, they're not making business deals, but they have made.
No, they've just got their ways of getting people to do what they want.
Yeah. Not to mention, let's not forget. Let us not forget that people are going to be curious about a restaurant that is funded by a dragon.
Twinkie's over here. Twinkie's just over here, like. So what are your skills in the business sector?
They're important.
It's just like Twinkie's pushing up his glasses as he's just like throwing his brows over the stack of papers on his desk. It's like,
Okay, Twinkie has one question. What will you do if Twinkie rejects your offer? Will you go on a crazy rampage and try to eat us?
Well, I'm not going to say I won't do that, but I'm also not going to say I will do that.
Mr.
Oh,
Mr.
what
Twinkie,
if we
come over
simply
here.
gave him the recipe for our food?
Mr. Twinkie, come over. Come over.
Okay.
Why
Listen,
don't you sell it to him?
As you guys are
Jennifer.
talking, the mostly clear skies are starting to become overcast.
my character's not paying attention to that.
If anybody's paying attention, that's happening right now.
Yo, can I roll perception? It's like perception or magic checking because I don't.
I mean,
feel
you don't have
that's
to roll
like a bad
perception
thing.
to notice. Or what are you rolling perception? What are you wanting to roll perception for? The clouds?
I think that would actually be more of an insight kind of thing. They're hard to
Insight?
notice, but it would be more of like...
Can I roll insight?
What are you rolling insight for?
Yeah.
Or the cloud to know if the clouds are a bad omen or not.
Oh, that would be like.
If to know if they're a bad omen or not, that would be like a religion check.
Can I? Oliver, can I roll that?
Sure,
This is a-
why not?
Oh.
Yeah, this is kind of sudden and a little bit ominous. Was mostly a clear day, and this is happening quicker than it should. The weather's changing awfully fast.
Ooh. Well, before we get into that, I want to hear out Jennifer. Jennifer, what do you want to?
This is like something from a book. This is a scenario from a book where a dragon approaches you and gives you an offering. This is.
I mean, there's no. I don't know why you can't do both offers.
Sell him the recipe for 1 million gold.
This is not about just getting money. This is just an opportunity for an experience to run a restaurant funded by a dragon. It's yeah, like I said, the money will be there, like will make its way there, but this is, I highly suggest you accept this just for the experience.
Jenna Twinkie is thinking you just want to ride on the dragon's back.
I actually don't like that kind of heights. I can handle just being on tall buildings, but just the idea of just not being in my own control of.
I mean, it is very fun.
Okay. Twinkie's gonna walk right back over to Azirius. He's gonna say this. So, if Twinkie accepts your offer, will you also count as? Will you accompany us on our journey?
Well, I'm going to be busy setting up the restaurants for you. It's going to be a whole worldwide. It'll be the world's first worldwide chain restaurant.
The world's yours?
With
Big
you and me
Twinkies.
at the helm.
McTwinkies.
Well, you've already got yourself a cult, Mr. Twinkie.
Oh, are we gonna end this campaign with a cult for most of the party members? But yeah.
Okay, you know what, Mr. Azirius? Twinkie accepts your offer.
Oh,
Hey.
Well, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Twinkie is a simple man. He hears McTwinkies, he accepts.
Very well. We'll call it McTwinkies, and our logo will be 2 blue dragon wings in the shape of an M. They'll call them the Azure Arches.
Excellent. Twinkie likes this.
oh my god.
Joking on my spit.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go start counting my treasury. He's baffled at how easy this was. Nothing has ever been so easy in his life.
Does this mean that we're now traveling restaurant group or something?
Well, we're certainly already spreading our own messages throughout the world.
Then he turns around and says,
Advertisement never hurt
wait,
anyone.
what city are you all traveling to next?
We're not... Well...
Where will you be going next? Give me an answer, come on.
I believe we need to speak to the king first.
No, but like... he's getting very frustrated.
Yeah,
Just tell me what city you will be going to when you leave this one.
All right, can we step out of character here for a second? One of us should know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So...
Your plan was to go to
My
the
character
city
would
in the
not.
mountain.
Wait, hold on. What was...
I just met you also.
Yeah.
I think it would be I would probably know. And what was the plan?
To my recollection, the plan was you were coming down here to get supplies, and you were... I can't remember if you had decided for certain, but your options are basically go to Ilmaz or go to the mountains.
We were going to go to the mountains.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
We didn't want to go back to Ilmaz yet.
Yeah, we also came down here to warn the king of the lich.
Yeah, we also wanted to warn the king
Yes.
about the lich.
Yeah. So what was the... So, okay, sorry to just suddenly ask this question, but like, what was the reason why we wanted to go to the mountains?
Because you want to look for magical weapons, and the mountains is like the next stop, like on your little world tour before returning to Yilmaz. If you want to get all 5 of those other, or all 4 of the still unclaimed.
Our Puff Girl weapons. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, the mountains then.
Okay.
So is there like a? Do we know? I guess do we know the name of a place in the mountains, or is we just simply just?
Mountains.
You do know the name. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
We'll just refer to it as Death Mountain.
No. Okay. Yeah.
The placeholder name is Death Mountain
Detroit.
until we
Detroit.
Detroit Mountain. Detroit become mountain.
Mr. Zeus, I believe we were trying to find our way to. Rather, our next destination is the nearby mountain city.
Very well. Well, enjoy your travels to there. Now that I know where the first location will be.
Oh, okay.
And he turns back into a dragon and just flies off.
Is that really going? Wow, Twinkie, congratulations! I placed my hands on his shoulder and I'm just like, this is wonderful.
I can't believe we finished that in under half an hour. I thought that was going to take way longer.
What? It's because I just immediately accepted it.
Yeah.
Twinkie, you should be very proud. You're going to be the owner of a business that shall change the world.
I don't know if it's going to change the world, but it's still going to be bringing a lot of curious folk around.
Are you kidding me, Jinapro? You saw what happened at that tournament.
I
Twinkie
know,
has
I know.
real talent here.
I
Do
know,
not
I know.
stomp on his talents.
I know, but just like I'm sure there'll be doubters. You know how sometimes people hear stories and they'll simply be like, "Oh, that's silly. That's just exaggeration." But hearing that and being backed by a dragon, that's just a fantastic combination.
You also got to think that there was a
Now-
bar that made a god.
Twinkie
Oh.
doesn't mean to interrupt, but Twinkie has a bad feeling about the clouds suddenly coming in.
Oh wait,
Oh
what?
yes. Wait. What?
Oh,
I stare
as
up
you're
into the sky, having finally noticed.
As he's saying this, you feel that it's starting to get a little chilly.
With their
Not
eyes,
like
it doesn't
it's
seem
quite
like.
shivering
cold.
chilly yet, but like you're starting to feel the bite of the cold.
Twinkie
Which
seems
is,
to have a very low
Even
tolerance.
Twinkie's beard feels cold.
For those of you that are familiar with Aldebrand, you know that this is out of the ordinary. Usually it stays pretty warm all year round. Doesn't get
being next
cold
to a
very
desert.
often.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is quite a temperate zone.
Well, I believe we should talk to the king as soon as we can.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we need to warn him about the
Poor omens.
Yeah, well, I mean the city specifically.
Yes, also the city that happened to get spirited away.
Yeah. Should we...
Are you all right, Mr. Wingar?
I,
It's been a long day.
It has been. This has just been sort of quite the.
Are your wounds tended to?
Yeah, they immediately take care of them.
I'll need to check you over a little bit later. I'm concerned. You may have taken one too many knocks on the noggin.
That was like, I wouldn't say those were to the noggin, but I'm fine. Come on, let's go. We need to get going, man. We need to get going.
We all need to rush to the king before this cold overtakes us.
Oh yes, and check on Mr. Salvaggio.
And then he has a band.
Yeah, Mr. Antonio did not follow you guys. He went with the king.
Well, we already know where we're going then. We're just meeting up with him there.
What about the orcs?
They're with you.
Sure they didn't get trampled all over by the fleeing crowd.
The orcs are still with you.
Hi guys.
Gray, we can hear you eating. Cease.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god, sorry, I didn't myself.
Sorry, I was distracted by trying to tell Gray about that.
You were distracted by Mr. Hatfield snacking on some beef jerky.
Yes, as we're trying to make our way to. Actually, yeah. Where were the orcs? Where were the orcs again?
IDK and what?
No. Where the orcs?
Where?
They're with us.
They're with you.
They're with us. They just didn't say anything.
They were just like really confused.
Now, Twinkie doesn't feel like he's in a rush, but for some reason feels like we should be in a rush. So Twinkie suggests we Naruto run. I mean, samurai run over to the king.
Yes.
That's not.
At the mention of samurai run, the orcs both cheer and break out into samurai runs.
Yes.
How am I doing that with my armor?
Don't question it.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll athletics so I can just start sprinting.
Alright. Twinkie, for such a short person, is really, really fast.
I'm gonna throw away whatever role this could have been.
Yo,
this is for the memes. This is just for the memes.
Fuck running, it's parkour time.
Here. Alright, that's not terrible.
Oh my god, now everyone's just rolling it.
He just fucking
So-
rolls all the way to the kingdom.
Timothy.
Dark Soul.
Okay, so Timothy and Brock G
20.
just jump up
19.
and start they like from the ground they just analyze which buildings have roofs they can actually run on, and they just start rooftop running towards the castle.
Now we're the ones who can
Assassin's
rooftop.
Creed.
They're doing like proper ninja flips and stuff, and you never expected this out of Timothy, but damn, he is good at it.
Well, what's going on with Salem?
Salem is Jinapro and Twinkie's in the lead.
Let's just
those
say...
of you that are normally sprinting, Twinkie's in the lead, followed by Jinapro a ways behind. The orcs are just behind Jinapro. And then Salem's just kind of like, wait for me
let's
in the back.
Okay, let's just say that like it's not my armor that's what slow me down. I'm just being courteous to not let Salem and the orcs behind.
Can we turn this into an anime opening?
What?
Where's the music?
Hang on. Give me a moment. Firefox, cooperate
It's
with
gotta be
me.
fucking rooftop run.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Alright, just wait a moment.
Oh god.
Firefox, why are you being so uncooperative? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we do a cold open. Twinkie gets a restaurant business, and then we cut to the anime opening of us running through the city.
It only took like a couple episodes into.
It does have to be rooftop run.
Nah, surely
rooftop run from
Sonic.
Rooftop run from
Sonic
Unleashed.
It's very anime.
See, Unleashed, like Generations.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I was seriously playing this. Oh my god.
Yes! It is the camera pans to the sky. And then
Individual face shots, people smiling, Twinkie cooking, Brock G punching a tree.
Illithin.
Illithin's face.
In the clouds.
Illithin fondly regarding his creation. Face in the clouds, smiling down.
Just fondly regarding his creation.
Why?
So as we animate opening,
Are we gonna make it to the king at some point?
Yeah, okay, so as you're running, it takes you about, like, 10 minutes of running. And just as you're reaching the castle, you notice snowflakes. Which is exceptionally abnormal.
Okay.
Oh, that's very
Twinkie
strange.
had a bad feeling about this.
You're not the only one, Mr. Twinkie. This is, it was just fine. It was a fantastic day out, and this is,
Oh, it's still a fantastic day out. It's just now a fantastic snowy day out.
Twinkie is wondering,
let's build a snowman!
Is this the force?
There's not enough
want to
snow to
build a
build a
snowman?
snowman.
Is this the work of an evil force?
What if it's the Lich?
Maybe it is the Lich.
Well,
That's strange.
Why-
This seems like
why
no
wasn't
religious
the- why
experience
wasn't
I
the
would
town
expect, especially
previously
since it's
covered in
on the
snow?
earth to God.
So, the guards stop you at the entrance to the castle.
Oh,
Halt!
of course. The weather is drunk.
State your business. What weather?
no,
What?
no, don't mind
I-
him, don't mind him.
They look up and they notice the snow too. They were just kind of like, they were under like an overhang of the castle, so they didn't realize it was snowing. But now that you've mentioned drunk weather, they're highly confused and concerned.
Hey,
It's a blessing
Mr.
upon us.
Guards, have you ever seen this type of weather before?
What was that? No, actually, Nova, you're kind of super quiet.
Am I?
Yeah, you've been
Yeah,
kind
a
of
little
super
bit.
quiet.
Hold on.
I had to double your volume.
Yeah, you're at max right now, and you're still.
Is that good now?
No.
Or
No,
not
nothing
really?
has changed.
Yeah.
How about now?
Oh, there we go.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
better. There we go.
there you go.
Okay.
You know, and love.
So as the snow is coming down, the guards are starting to be greatly concerned.
Yeah. We were actually here to speak to the king, although we're a little concerned about what we see in the sky. But
Yes, we wanted to discuss the weather with the king.
no. There's something.
Just go with it.
Well, there's also something other pressing.
We have multiple reasons to see the king. One is the weather.
Oh, you're
but
the guard recognizes Twinkie. It says, are you all with the champion?
Yes.
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 Very well. You may enter. I believe your friend, the other champion is already in there.
Oh, thank goodness. We were wondering where he was. He didn't come with us
Yes.
to confront the issue.
Sweet.
Oh, did you deal with the? I did see the dragon. Was that all of you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually quite
Wow.
nice.
All you really have to do
Later.
is speak to him.
Really? That's very different from the tales of dragons that I've heard.
Well, there are certain types of
That's
dragons.
what you get for using stereotypes.
Yes.
Santa kind of puts her hands on her hips. and
Yeah,
just
man, it's
holds a bit.
2018. Come on.
What? 2018? It's he looks at a non-existent watch. It's like 2:15.
Mr. Guard, I would say this is more of a matter of incredible coincidence, but this time I guess we were just very fortunate. Maybe next time, maybe not so much, but this is one of those times where we're very lucky. But I mean,
I see.
We really do need to get to speaking to the.
Yes, you may enter.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, thank you.
Now we samurai run into the kingdom.
Yeah, it's just we run in, and it's one of those scenes where like all 8 of us just like crush in, and you know, like Jinapro is ever so slightly in the front with Twinkie like right next to him, and we all just kind of like come to a stop, and it's one of those like cut scenes in a JRPG where all of us have to say one line.
Nani?
Why are you speaking or? No. I'm not.
Let's
We're
not make that joke.
here.
Never fear, I am here.
Watashi wa kita!
Twinkie the champion.
Oh, the image.
Vodka.
Do you always roll vodka with advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Alright, so you enter the throne room. Where was my throne room music? You know what, let's just use this. It's not exactly throne room music, but... Definitely not throne room music.
Needs a little bit more. It needs a choir in there.
Choir.
Maybe a choir.
Maybe a choir. Hang on. I don't think
or
I
you know
have any...
Um,
Do you have any...
I
Do you
was
have
about
a
to suggest-
suggestion?
Yeah, it was something from something a little more Hyrulean.
Just use the
castle-y.
Persona Blue Room theme.
Oh, well... Okay.
Oh, Velvet Room. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
well, I guess that could work too.
Uh...
Oh, also, well, while we're waiting, hey Kaku, hey AU, hey everyone
Hey,
just joined.
Kaku. Hey, you.
What is?
What?
What am I
No,
hearing?
that's...
What the fuck?
Hang on, I added the wrong thing.
that's not setting the mood.
Oh, Castle.
Okay.
Are we seriously gonna have Velvet Room music here?
Yes, that was Igor. Classic Igor.
Rest in peace.
I finally finished Persona 5 this week. Real happy about this.
Ah, yes. Persona 5 is a wonderful, wonderful game.
I'll talk to you about it later, Archer.
You know what? This. Okay, this works. This works. Okay, I feel the mood.
I like
Anyways.
this, yeah.
Yes, so you are now standing before the king.
Your Majesty, we are in dire need to tell you stuff.
Very well, champion of the cooking competition.
Your Majesty, we have come to warn you of a lich that overtook the city near us.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I wouldn't say like warn, but more like advise to send some investigators.
Whoa. Well, first of all, if he does send investigators, what is that going to accomplish? The town, Your Majesty, the town is empty.
Yeah, there's that.
Empty?
Yes, we went there, and the entire town was cleansed of its population straight out of their shoes.
Well, except for
What?
one. There was this one woman there who had a very itchy trigger finger, apparently, from what the others said.
What?
A
She
very.
was quite nice.
Jeez.
The
You know,
king is
nice.
Itchy trigger finger?
It's
What?
it's
Who?
it's
It's
dialects.
a long story, but anyways, we have come to the suspicion of the possibility that a lich has attacked the town.
Yeah, we initially thought it was like local orcs, but that they were also spirited away, so to speak.
Oh, he notices the two orcs that are with you. I see. So you believe that he's very concerned by this news.
Also, it's snowing outside. I don't think you should do that right. You shouldn't be doing that right now.
Snowing? That's...
What time of
It
the
doesn't
year?
snow in Aldebrand. What
No,
are you
it's
talking
definitely
about?
snowing right now, sir.
It doesn't snow.
One of the guards that escorted you in confirms, says, "Yes, sir, it is indeed snowing out there."
Just gonna open a window.
There aren't any windows, but there are doors. And the king gets up, and he walks to the main doors himself. Out. And he pulls open the doors to the courtyard. And there's a fucking blizzard. And it just... Snow streams in, and he's caught off guard and blown onto his back.
Your Majesty, are you okay?
Close the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say rush into his
Gonna
side. Your Majesty!
I'm gonna rush over and close the door.
You slam the door shut, It's a little difficult, but you manage to push against the wind and get it shut. But it does not want to stay shut. You have to, like, bar it.
Can we get somebody on that door?
Grab a spear. I'm gonna ask one of the guards to give me a spear.
There's a
Spear.
bar on the door that you can
Okay,
use.
I'll just use that then.
You don't need to use the spear.
How terrifying.
How is there
But-
suddenly a blizzard out there?
I don't know.
Do you recall
Do you have a
having
grand
heard?
wizard of the court we could ask this?
The court wizard, she's away at the moment.
Away.
Wait.
Yes. In fact, we sent her up towards the city that you said has been sieged by a lich.
How long
What?
ago?
What does? Can you, Your Majesty? Can you describe this ice wizard to us?
What? Ice
What?
wizard, what?
No,
No, just the wizard.
The wizard.
the court
The
wizard.
court wizard? Did
Yes,
you mean the court wizard? Okay. Well, she's this, very clumsy, halfling girl. Talented, but clumsy.
How long ago did
She
you?
owns a magic shop, I know that. Owns a few, actually.
Oh.
Oh.
That was
Well-
our friend that we met in the city.
What? She's the only person left in the city?
Yeah.
Yes, she was the only
Yeah.
person there.
Maybe
I
she got there
see.
after the lich had done weird things.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried
Perhaps.
for a moment that...
And she did seem confused, but that could have been because
Oh,
we
no.
were there.
Hang on,
Uh,
gotta turn the Velvet Room music back on.
Now, just out of curiosity, Your Majesty, where is Mr. Sabaggio?
Oh, Antonio walks out from behind a pillar. Ciao,
there it is.
my friends. I don't know what Italian for my friends is. I'm sorry.
Mezzanine? No, that's French.
That's French.
Yeah, that's French. Sorry. I'm confusing the draconic with whatever that is.
Nice to see you again, buddy.
Indeed. How was the tournament on your end?
Well,
The
it
team
was short.
competition.
It was
Antonio
short-lived.
Salvaggio, the team competition.
The team competition was short-lived, Antonio. It only lasted
Huh.
one round.
Wow, impressive.
Yes, Twinkie's proficiency with the kitchen tools was so high as to declare him the winner after a single round.
Very impressive, my friend.
Thank you. Now,
This is
Antonio,
not a very good Italian accent.
Your martial skills were also quite impressive.
Well, he bows. Why, thank you.
I didn't
I'm
personally
giving
see
up
them.
on
I
the
was too busy
Italian
being a
accent.
sous
I
chef
can't
for
do it
Twinkie
right
over
now.
here, but
Oh,
I'm
dear.
sure I'll be able to add this to my long list of your deeds and accomplishments.
Antonio, Twinkie wants to ask, do you know anything about this sudden blizzard outside?
I'm afraid I do not.
Wonder if I can suss out anything that I've heard that could cause a blizzard in a desert.
Well, you're not in a desert right now. You're in more
Coastal
of like
Oh, okay.
Spain.
Huh.
Spain, Italy kind of area. Not,
So Mediterranean.
Your Majesty, did you make any evil being mad recently?
no, I did not.
So
Well,
is this-
we can't leave now.
Yeah, I would imagine blizzard conditions would not be great weather to travel in. Not to mention going to a mountain inn.
Well,
I believe it'd be
presumably the
dangerous for
blizzard
us
is
to
only
leave.
here, not on the mountain.
That's a lot to assume considering this came out of nowhere.
Perhaps if someone could detect magic.
Oh yeah, I believe I can do that. I'm going to start the ritual for detect magic. I think I have that spell, don't I?
For
Good.
detect magic? All right. Go ahead.
You're casting as a ritual.
All right. So you're waiting for about 10 minutes, and you can hear the blizzard getting more and more intense.
Well, while we wait, Jenner Pro, you want to play rock paper scissors?
I should probably consider seeing if I could detect if there's some kind of, I don't know, something extra about this one.
Yeah, go. All right, so you're using your divine sense, I assume.
Yeah,
then?
I was. I need to
Okay.
shorten that at some point. So divine sense.
You should just shorten it to holy magic, yo.
So you don't, Jinapro, you do not detect anything related to this blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Once the detect magic ritual finishes, however, Salem, this blizzard is most definitely caused by magic.
Yep, this blizzard is magic, alright.
Well, that would explain
Absolutely.
that would
Is there
explain
any
it,
way
but
we could locate where the origination of it is?
Unless you want to go out into the blizzard, no.
yeah, something like this seems. It would make sense if it was
Strange.
magic. It's strange, but it definitely does seem like it's something magic. But it
Well,
would be some
how-
strong magic to control the weather like this.
How powerful?
If
is
anyone
Caster?
would like to try and figure out how strong, you may make an Arcana check.
Sure.
Alrighty, I'll do that.
Well, I've already made a check, so I'm going to.
Oh,
I'm gonna abstain from this one.
Although you know that this is magic, this is magic beyond what you've even heard of.
Oof.
I
You've-
believe this.
Go ahead.
It must be extremely powerful magic. And all the time, like, studying with your father, you've never come across anything quite on this scale. Like, it's not quite on the level of, Wish, but it's more powerful than any other spell that you've,
Almost godlike.
heard of.
God, Kaku's back in winter form, and he's mad.
Almost godlike.
Almost, yes.
This is the most powerful spell I think I've ever encountered.
I think this is the most powerful blizzard I've ever encountered.
I mean,
This is-
blizzards aren't
Even my
something you
reading
encounter
doesn't
very
talk
often.
about stuff this
This is some of
powerful outside of
vacation.
like wishes.
Okay, so Twinkie is wondering, what should we do now?
I guess we're just better off just staying in here. This is.
I mean, because all we can really do right now is wait it out. We don't know where the origin of this magic is coming from, and we don't know if we get to that origin of magic, we can stop it. Who's ever casting it?
Yeah.
I believe it also would be a good idea to stay here and be close to the king, because whoever casts this magic, they have a purpose and a target. And it's likely the king could be targeted.
Or maybe that one village idiot pissed off the spirit, or whatever it is that casts this magic, and now he's just affecting the entire village.
You know, for some strange reason, I feel like Mr. Twinkie might be more right in this situation.
As
But-
you are discussing this, you hear very loud sound coming from the top of the castle.
Oh dear.
It sounds like something just crashed into the castle.
Oh no, it's the ice columns. Twinkie remembers.
Is it hail?
He doesn't know what that is.
No, it's not hail. You hear, like, rubble falling down.
Oh no.
We should go investigate.
Something...
Well, does anyone want to stay here with the king? Well,
I think we're
I
under
say
siege.
I say we split up.
Surely the king's got a lot of guards around. Keep an eye on him.
Yes.
Yeah, a bunch
He
of...
does.
the guards that are in the castle start pouring in. There's about 15 of them that are currently inside the castle with the blizzard. The rest, he has a much bigger royal guard than this, but they're nowhere to be seen. They probably got trapped elsewhere by the blizzard.
Should we still leave the king? You know how these things go.
I'm very deeply concerned myself.
Because if we all leave and go up there to investigate, well, who's to say all the guards get defeated and the king is dead?
That sounds like an excellent idea, Twinkie. As champion, I think it would be good for you to stay and protect the king. You are, after all, unbreakable.
Well, we have Mr. Savaggio over here to protect the king as well.
Oh, that's true.
Just his mercenaries.
Mr. Savaggio, are you fine with just guarding the king all by yourself?
I suppose I can.
I consider you
This is
one that
excellent.
Without anything.
Excellent.
Yeah. Can hold a candle to me, even if it is capable of this powerful magic. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just gonna use a normal voice for Antonio now because I can't do the accent.
We get
right
it. Yeah,
now.
we get it. We get it. We get it.
Okay, so Twinkie suggests that Antonio and I don't know in what stay with the king while all the rest of us go up to investigate.
All right.
And the main
This
group
is a
goes
good
up.
idea.
As
the
you
different characters stay.
as the six of you reach the stairs and begin to head up, you hear a loud sound impact the door. It sounds like knocking. Very heavy knocking.
Housekeeping!
Hello? Who's there?
So my character stops in his tracks, turns around, looks at the door, and he couldn't help but ask, who is it?
Just dumb
There's no verbal response for a moment.
Twinkie
And
pushes
then you
Jennifer
hear very-
out.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
You hear a woman's voice saying in a very menacing tone, "Open the door."
Hello?
Twinkie. Now Twinkie is suggesting two things. One, we nope the fuck out of here, or two, we kick that door down.
I slowly approach the door with my shield out, but I don't open it yet.
The door is still barred,
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I'm just still...
so
My shield,
Wait
my
a
shield's still
second.
out.
Suggest we nope the fuck out of here.
Seems a little bit weird.
This doesn't seem right with me either.
In most cases, when you want to enter someone's home, you say who you are.
my identity is irrelevant. Open the door.
Do any of us recognize this voice?
Why are you here?
Give me another history check, Gray.
Sure.
Ooh.
How about I continue making that one private?
Sure. The rest of you cannot. The rest of you do not recognize. Actually, Salem, you roll me a history check as well.
Okay, I'll do this one publicly, but you can send it to me privately. Well, there's my one pulled out of me, but that's a second one,
Yeah,
so you know.
Oof.
Yeah. You don't have disadvantage, so. Gray, Salem, both of you recognize this voice, but from very different places.
What? What is that?
Gray, you recognize this as the voice of one of the Queen of Ilmaz's most trusted friends and generals. One that you've seen her around many times, but you've never heard her name.
Oh, no.
And Salem, you recognize this as the voice of, the daughter of one of your father's friends. Quote unquote.
Friends.
Oh, I think this is one of that's
I'm
his,
gonna grab hold of Salem and just be like, no. Don't you say it.
friends!
Don't you. Jesus Christ, she said it.
Said it.
Oh. So that's a friend then. Okay. Well, I guess we could open the thing.
I'm gonna back away.
So my character's very much
All the guards and Antonio take 10 steps back, go to the other side of the room. It's just the six of you on that, near the door.
I'm gonna back away and hide behind a pillar.
Well, Twinkie has a better idea to solve all of our problems. Twinkie.
I'm
wants-
being held back right now.
Twinkie
No,
wants to.
the moment you said it, the moment you said Tomodachi, I was like, Timothy is just like, God damn it.
Yeah, I
Twinkie,
She just lets you go.
Hold on, what's Suki saying?
wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
you
hear you.
cut out
What
sometimes.
were you
I
saying?
didn't cut out.
Twinkie has a
Twinkie,
solution.
use one of the clockwork bombs on the door.
No, please, God.
No,
don't-
no,
don't
no, no,
piss it
no,
off.
This is
No, we'll all die.
all right. So yeah, Timothy is going to try and stop you from like bombing the door. It's just like, this is probably one of the most dangerous people you could ever do that to.
Well,
You
what
not
do you
wanna do
suggest we do? Do we just walk away and ignore it? Because
We open the door and pray.
Yes.
Good, I'm gonna go.
Already opened the door?
The blizzard, as soon as the bar is up, the door blasts open. Snow and ice and chilled air races throughout the throne room. And before you. Hang on,
Hello,
it's
General.
uploading. Just give me a moment while this file uploads.
Oh, okay, yeah. Timothy just looks like this entire scene. The thing blows in. And he just kind of looks over at her and he's just like, "Hello, General."
Oh, there we go. There's some more art for you, fam.
That's really nice. I like it.
This
Yes,
is the
this
figure
pose is deliberate.
is
Somebody will
standing
recognize it.
It's
on the other side of the door. Surrounded, seemingly completely unfazed by the ice and the snow.
She's
steps.
aerodynamic. She swims through the ice or air.
She steps through. Past. She briefly acknowledges Salem and Gray. So this is where you ended up this time. Was not expecting to meet you all here. Her eyes glance down, and they see the gauntlets on Salem's arms. I see I was unable to stop you from obtaining those.
Oh!
It doesn't matter. Not at the moment. And after muttering this, she walks past, heading towards the king.
Who was that?
Someone we don't want to piss off.
Well, you know,
I can tell
if
that.
we don't do anything at all, she's about to kill the king.
I was actually going to yeah, I was going to take an opportunity, like, and try and walk like alongside her and just ask the diplomatic question. Say, what brings a general of Ilmaz to Aldebrand? Nervous as fuck.
Well, you've known the queen many years, haven't you, Timothy?
Indeed, I have. Her
Tell me,
intentions
do
have
you-
always been quite noble and pure, for the good of
Yes.
Ilmaz. Am I not right?
Of course. Not just for Ilmaz, but the entire world. She turns back to the King of Aldebrand. I propose to you, King of Aldebrand, an ultimatum. You will ally yourself with Ilmaz completely, or this capital that you have spent generations building up will be destroyed. You already see. She turns and motions towards the blizzard happening outside. This is only a fragment of my power.
Your Majesty, listen to her. She'd be crazy.
This is none of our business.
I guess Sam's just kind of twisting her head at the figure, like, huh?
Oh, King Aldebrand is shaken, but he attempts to stand his ground. Are you attempting to declare war on the economic pillar of the world? Are you stupid? He's very clearly trying to make himself seem stronger than he is, as if he's in any kind of a winning position here. Well, if the economic pillar of the world falls, subjugating the rest of it is just that much easier.
Subjugation? Wait, nobody ever told me about that. We were simply
Well-
supposed to spread word. The crowning of the new queen.
Subjugation might have been the wrong word, but tell me, you know, what is the commonality between all royal families in this world? Do you remember, Timothy?
God. I think he would, and I have forgotten.
Timothy would. It's all of them are blessed with a natural talent for magic.
Right, that's it. Yep. I stopped short and think for a moment. The royal bloodline of magic.
Yes. And tell me, what do you think is the greatest quality of life improvement any soul in this world can obtain?
I take a quick glance at Salem, thinking to myself about what I want to say, and then I think, well, presumably it would be more magic.
Yes. Magic. Most royal families in this world want magic just for themselves and the elite. The Queen of Ilmaz wants the common person to be able to learn magic, to be able to study it freely. The entire world can be open to magic. But people like him, she glares at the King of Aldebrand, prevent it.
I mean, everyone should learn magic. It's very fun.
Well, what stops common folk like myself from being able to do what it is that we do, then? Are you saying that the royal bloodline's magic is on an entirely different level?
That's part of it. And part of it is the resources that they have access to. Any person can learn magic. Few have the opportunity. Few are given the opportunity. Even though it would revolutionize the world if every member of the common folk could freely learn magic.
Kind of sounds nice.
Wait, can people not learn magic here? Is there
Yeah,
no libraries?
That nothing of the sort. Even in the richest nation, magical tomes are rarities. They are kept among the elites. They are not put in libraries. Because they make the excuse that, if magic falls into the wrong hands, it could be disastrous. And I say let it fall into the wrong hands, because the right hands will be far more plentiful, and it's already in the wrong hands.
But wouldn't that would risk driving the world into some kind of crazed chaos?
Everyone has access to a weapon to begin with.
Magic is different. It's that, like, with magic you can do things like start a fire or make some food just appear.
Start a
Drastically
blizzard.
cut the amount of time it takes to water a crop. Repair your broken clothes instead of having to spend money on it. Clean yourself with the flick of a finger.
However, it also means you can kill a lot more people with ease.
Yes, and what about the people who make their business doing this without magic? What happens to them?
They can learn magic
Well,
too, I guess.
They can learn exactly.
They're
Not everyone will want to learn magic, of course.
wouldn't there
Some
have to
people
be
will all...
Wouldn't there have to also be like to handle this properly? Shouldn't there be like, I guess, facilities created to help show people what they should not be doing?
That is the plan. Magical schools open to everybody, not just the elite.
Your Majesty.
The amount of funding that would go into this sort of thing seems unprecedented. Can that actually be? Can the kingdoms across the world even handle something like that? I might be misunderstanding how.
With Aldebrand, if we control every single country, including Aldebrand, especially Aldebrand, it can be possible. The king, as he's hearing all of this, is visibly sweating, despite the chills in the air. And you like when his sweat falls off, it's getting cold enough that like
God,
when
it's like crystallizing in the air.
Yes.
Oh shit.
That these things you're saying sounds. I like the idea of just wearing schools for people to easily go to and access and to learn this, but at the cost of just losing each. I assume this whole controlling the other kingdoms, especially this one, would be taking away the culture that already exists, right?
That is not the plan. We wouldn't.
You wouldn't take away what makes each city their own?
Of course not.
Then what?
They would just be ultimate power and own everything.
Unfortunately,
Ilmaz would become the central power of the world? Tell me, have you heard of, it is not a country that existed in this world, but... Oh, what did that, fantastical book call it? Mangoes. They called it mangoes.
Are you what?
I'm talking about the Mongol Empire.
I
She
know.
doesn't know what she's talking about.
She's no idea.
I'm gonna just do this for the hell of it.
Well,
No, but something about the name sounds very delicious.
history. Crit history.
History. Okay. Alright, Juniper, you just fucking... your parents really fucking love the Mongol Empire. They love this, like, this series of books about this, alternate world called Earth. And, like,
Jesus Christ.
their favorite... one of their favorite, fantastical countries from this, Earth was the Mongol Empire. Which, conquered... which in a single generation conquered most of the entire continent they were based on.
There's
still
gotta be. God.
Let him keep going. Let him keep
Yeah.
going.
but allowed like all the different places to keep their culture, even though they were kind of excessively violent in their conquering.
So long as you decide to team up with them, they were pretty nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think
And if you didn't team up with them, they crushed you mercilessly and violently,
there's a fucking
savagely.
There's got to be a fucking catch to this.
Yes, what he's
I
just
mean-
basically saying right there.
Well,
No. Like I'm
gonna
thinking
be-
about this on the inside because this doesn't sound like my faith in the princess is still pretty reasonable. There's got to be something about this that that is missing. I don't know what it is, but like there's something I'm not putting together here, and I'd like to figure it out.
Oh, there's character details I know because I had to design this character that I can't mention.
Well, even if there's a catch, it's not like there's any other options because she's about to fucking kill everybody.
Well,
Delaying the inevitable kind of thing.
I also believe it's none of our
Let me
business.
put it this way:
No.
if we try to fight this character, we're all dead.
oh yeah, no, I'm
I-
aware. I'm aware that this is one of those situations where like this is the disc 1 problem kingdom.
I can also tell, we don't even need to do any kind of special scrying or whatever. We could just, I don't even have to ask Archer hey, how badass is this, or how dangerous is this character? I can feel the aura through these
Yeah.
words.
This is she's using the legendary Dungeons and Dragons skill aura of you're fucked.
Can I try to convince the king to accept the offer?
Oh my
I
god.
think, I don't think the king needs any convincing at this point.
Yeah, the king just gives up.
No. I think the king needs at least sort of a reassuring, verbal pat on the back.
Okay. Your Majesty!
For the safety of
Your Majesty! Fucking take the offer. She's gonna shove
king
that
just
spear up your butt.
faints. He's so terrified.
No.
of-
Hold on. Wait, do I have something to? I'm trying to see what. Oh, okay. No, I don't think I have.
He just
I think
passes
I'm-
out of the fear.
I was gonna
He's
step
too
in on
old for this
one,
shit.
but-
Well, since the Majesty
Yeah,
can't give his answer,
gonna have
At
to leave it to the
seeing-
general.
the
General
general has to
Sarvaggio.
make the end.
At seeing the king pass out in fear, she smirks and deal with it glasses materialize over her eyes.
Damn it! In the form of ice.
For the safety of the kingdom, then.
Well, since
The deal with it glasses vanish. She made them using prestidigitation.
She learned about it in her books.
For the safety of the people, then.
And then she
Mr.
dabs.
Savaggio,
Miss-
this is your cue.
What-
You're second in command.
Antonio charges and foolishly attempts to attack the general.
What are you doing,
Oh no!
What-
Just let this one happen.
Miss Salvaggio?
Please
What are
don't.
you doing?
No, I'm just gonna
Hang
put
on.
my hand over Kirby's mouth. Or Jennifer.
Cutscene time.
Where is Antonio's sheet?
Oh.
No.
It's his rapier gets close, and she just casually sidesteps him.
Mr. Salvaggio,
She's not
what
even
are you doing?
trying.
Stop this.
Nope. No,
Again, phew, doesn't even move. It just misses out of the sheer aura of intimidation she exudes.
like a cartoon and goes to stab, and then it kind of like bends. as
And
it
this
goes
is
towards
this
him.
is this is I think where Antonio gets his shit kicked in, because that's a critical failure on the attack roll.
He goes, it connects with her armor, and his rapier snaps. He's shocked. He drops the handle of his rapier. The general just kicks him in the gut. Once. He falls over to the ground. He's still conscious.
Now's my time to shine.
A second kick to the side of the head. He's unconscious.
Hey, let me get one of those poison cookies.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What?
Getting rid of our problem.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She looks at...
Salem looks at this, and just something about this situation just makes her... her face goes red, and she starts feeling things she didn't know she could possibly feel.
She takes a
Please.
step back from Antonio and says, "He's not even worth killing."
Please, don't do this.
Miss,
Finish him off.
what is your name?
My name doesn't matter.
What would you prefer to be referred to as then?
She twirls her spear for a moment in her hand. Just
Their heel
if you
click.
need something. She places the bottom of the spear against the ground. Call me Lance. That should suffice.
Oh my god.
There you go, Heraldy. That's what you were waiting for.
Alright, Miss Lance. Is the thing you
Lance,
described,
I-
this thing you've been describing, are you going to assure people that this will not be simply just, well,
If they surrender peacefully, then there is no need for violence. She snaps her fingers, and the weather returns to normal.
okay. Well, yeah, but what about afterwards? Will there be...
Jinapro, please.
Do you have an issue with what we're doing? She walks up. She starts stepping towards Jinapro.
It's just like a crowd.
I need to fucking I need to just
from Jinapro.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in between them and just be like, General, please.
Let me just get this thing going, I guess.
No, God.
Just in case.
All right.
So
Just
me
in
stepping
case.
so me stepping in between Jinapro and the general, I think is going to qualify as me trying to bardic inspiration on Kirby in case he needs to do something.
Okay.
Just
So
in
you've
case.
got that die if you end up needing to make a roll or something like that. But
Just
like,
in
right
case.
now,
I
like,
doubt,
like
especially
this
in
is
my
me taking
sleep
an
deprived
action
state.
that is inspiring.
But
Do you have an issue with what we're doing, Jinapro?
it's mainly a concern, but it's simply just it doesn't really matter at this point, honestly. It just
I should also mention that it is a little suspicious that she knows all of your names without any of
I
you
know,
having
I was like,
introduced yourself.
Wait, she was saying our names?
Yeah,
She
she's
does.
been
Know
saying
our
your names.
Does she know?
Have we met
Brock's-
somewhere
Brock's
before?
relatively new.
Of course she knows our names.
I didn't actually hear that she said our names.
We have met before, Salem. I have not met the rest of these in person.
Oh,
And then Salem is just like trying to rack her like brain as to where they could have possibly met before. It's like,
but I was in the castle for most of my life.
she's just thinking furiously and just like,
Just to get like that moment from The Hangover where you're doing the calculations in your head.
yes.
And then
yes.
an image
Yes.
flashback of Chibi Salem playing with a Chibi lance in the castle when they're very young.
Adorable childhood friend moment.
But where did we meet before?
Our fathers are friends. Well, friends is not the right word. She inhales for a moment and looks up to the sky. You know enough about dragons, you realize what's about to happen. Harmlessly into the sky. Icy dragon's breath.
Oh, she's a dragonborn.
Not a dragon.
I say out of character,
Stop
but like
that shouting.
She is not the Dovahkiin.
yeah.
Like I think, is that my cue to to do the same thing?
Sure.
I think that is.
Oh, isn't this that thing that dragons do with their friends?
I also harmlessly cast dragon breath into the sky.
Ah, so you've grown enough to be able to use that. I see. Now back to the matter at hand. She glares at Jinapro. Do you have an issue with what we're planning?
It's more like just trying to find something to, simply just quell any concerns or allow me to sleep more easily. You see, this thing that you're talking about, it reminds me of some tales. Well, I mean, some things my parents told me about. It's more like kind of like things when I was going to sleep to help me, I guess, sleep or just to satiate my curiosity. It's just this sounds like how some kingdom, some
The Mango Empire.
Yes, it's.
She still is calling it Mango despite it being Mongol.
Are you gonna try to correct her?
If you try to correct her, you better roll persuasion.
I mean, that's only if she gets upset by that. But this sounds awfully like the Mongol Empire that I've read about.
Wait, she's very confused and she does her own. She has her own little calculations moment.
My character's trying to say it in a sort of a tone to make it sound like, like I'm not trying to make her sound like she's dumb. Like it's just sort of like
Mongol, right? Mango was a fruit from. Right. Everything's clicking into place now. I'm sorry, I get migraines often.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, so yes, this sounds, well, I guess just like we were talking about. I recall that they did, I guess, unify a large amount of land mass. And you know, they did leave cities and such to live autonomous, I guess, so to speak, autonomously. But they, I guess, their presence still felt rather impressing. Any kind of
I'm sorry. She raises her hand. Did you just call me oppressing?
Oh.
Wait, is that not the look you're going for with your outfit? I mean, the combination of colors and the armor seems like you're trying to make a statement.
There is a difference between intimidating and being an oppressor. She is offended.
She looks very beautiful today.
I think all we
wants to
really
comment. You look very amazing.
I think all we really want here is to ensure that you ask questions first and shoot later.
Let's hold on.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, Miss Lance. I didn't mean to offend.
Also, you got a plus 1d6 on that one.
Let's not forget my plus 5 bonus.
Roll 46, Curb.
No, 1d6.
Yeah, 1d6. I was making a joke.
Oh,
yeah, you know what I was making the joke to.
46.
Oh, there
Okay,
you go.
so that's actually a 20.
So-
That's a 27.
She backs off.
I didn't mean to offend. It's just these.
An honest all right. An honest mistake. All right.
It is. I'm impressed with the combination of colors and how you've set this to simply help make your presence known when you're trying to, well, trying to be present.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to stop.
We need to move on. This has gone on long enough.
She just decides to walk out the door at this point.
Wait, before you go, if you're free anytime, hit up with Twinkie.
How about no?
I would love to meet you sometime again in the future.
We're going to be still opening a restaurant chain thing that would be, it would be nice if,
Oh, so that is happening this time around.
This time around?
Don't worry about it. And with that, she looks kind of awkward for a moment, and then she casts teleport, and she's gone.
So is she just like a fighter mage?
Yes, she is levels of both paladin and sorcerer.
Jesus, this is no good.
Anyway, Twinkie runs over to the king and just slaps him awake. Tries to slap him awake repeatedly.
The guards are super concerned by this, but they let it happen because you're Twinkie.
Roll something to slap him awake.
No, I gotta pull Jinapro aside and give him a talking to at some point.
You do slap the king awake.
Okay, Jinapro, there are many, many people in Ilmaz that your bravery will certainly, and your bravado and your do-gooder attitude will have plenty of effect and affect and well intent on, and she is not one of them.
Mr. Hatfield, I was just simply trying to see if she can at least say something to just inspire just a feeling of calmness, I guess, instead of this, very obvious dread that's,
This is not someone for whom calm exists.
She seemed very calm to me.
Oh yes, she's the calm one. Everyone around her... No. We were very, very close to dying just now. And I'm telling you this because I think I care about you, Mr. Wingar.
Should I ask, our dear deity Ven, if we were really going to be dying there?
Oh, praise be to Ven. Yes, consult her all you wish.
I'd like to think Brock's just standing in the corner.
Roll
kind
a
of with
religion
wide
check,
eyes.
please. All right, Ven. What would you like to tell them about the situation that just transpired before we move on to Nova waking up the king?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh boy, that's if Ben is listening and didn't fall. So.
No, I think Ben is.
Yep, your ass would have been grass.
Well, okay.
And Twinkie manages to slap the king awake.
Wake up, Your Majesty!
And you just see that that one Detroit Become Human gif. Wake
He
up,
was
Lieutenant.
a synth the whole time.
Wait, okay, now that the king's awake, can I go run over to Antonio and shove a cookie in his mouth?
Alright, run up and roll medicine.
No, making a poison cookie.
Alright, Twinkie walks over to Antonio. Antonio, can you hear me? Listen to me, buddy. You're gonna make it through this.
Like, do you have any cookies other than poison cookies left?
Yeah. I got 3.
For once, the cookies fail. Antonio is unaffected by them. They're just kind of out in his mouth, and he starts choking on them a little bit, not to a life-threatening degree, but it's not healthy.
Okay,
I'm trying to get rid of it, Curb, I swear. There, finally.
You just have to select
Grab
it
a
and
thrown
delete it.
pillow and just put it over his head and go shh.
the heel stomp that he received was so mind blowing to him that he's out of it. He's just out of it.
I'll just get him back on his. I should probably get him back on his feet.
Give him a reassuring pat on the ass.
One reassuring pat on the ass later, and he gets 1d8 plus my spellcaster bonus HP back.
Alright. He's up, and he's walking. And he just... This is going on. Now that the weather's back to normal, you hear a very loud sound that kind of... None of you know what an engine is in character, but out of character it sounds like a very loud engine.
Wouldn't Twinkie be able to sort of...
Oh yeah, Twinkie would know it's an engine. Twinkie would know it's an engine.
Hey,
Why would
that
Twinkie
sounds
know?
like
Oh
an
yeah, because
engine.
clockwork motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
I've never encountered an
Actually,
engine
wait.
before.
Gray would know what... Timothy would know the engine before because he was in Yilmaz when these things were being developed.
Oh yeah.
Timothy, doesn't that sound like engine?
War machines.
Wait, war
What?
machines?
Timothy, you specifically recognize this to be it sounds like one of the airships that was being developed by
Yeah. And
they're
I just
powered
like
by magic primarily.
yeah, I look to the sky. I kind of look upward. I'm just like look to the skies.
As
Yes,
you all if you all step outside and look up into the sky, in the distance you can see a flying ship. Some looks similar to the closest comparison I can think of is the halberd from Kirby, except less Meta Knight themed and more dragon themed.
What the fuck is that?
Wait, is that... I mean, I've read something about airships, but
One of the general's transports.
that is not what I thought an airship would be.
It's like flying on Daddy's back, but bigger.
I mean, people would describe airships as flying on dragons, yes, but that's not... I didn't...
Most airships that you've heard of in the past are blimp-powered, but there haven't been any in centuries. This thing is moving through some completely different means. Probably magical, as far as you can tell. I mean, they were talking a lot about magic, so it would make sense.
And everything changed when the Fire
Well,
Nation attacked.
I
Is the
would.
ship-
Go ahead,
Is
Nova.
the ship doing anything? Is it just flying?
It's just flying away back to Ilmaz.
Hmm.
Well, we don't
It's
know.
very
where,
fast.
Well, we don't know where it's flying back to, but
You know, if you look at a world map, you would be able to see it's flying in the direction of Ilmaz.
okay. Yeah, I guess by now.
Like the west.
Timothy would recognize that it's flying in the direction of Ilmaz.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do now?
The king. Yeah, how is the king?
The king is conscious, but he's still reeling in shock from what just happened.
So that's the game then. She wants to unite all of the kingdoms.
You'd have gotten slapped.
Quote, unquote.
Even with my charisma check.
And she has... And her just slapping you is 8 points of damage.
Ow.
Even with my charisma check.
Yeah, it just would have been an automatic slap. Not even like a blush slap, just... I'm sick of your shit slap.
Ooh.
That's new, right? That's not simply just someone just unearthed an ancient, well, thing.
Oh no, those were being built back when I was in Ilmaz. I was concerned about them, but
As far as you know, there's one for the queen, one for General, as you know, as you call her
the
now, General Lance. And you know there's you remember there's a third one, but you can't remember who it was built for.
yeah. This is beyond my knowledge.
Well,
I didn't think they were going to be finished that quickly, but I guess the upshot is they can go anywhere in the world now as quickly as they want, and
Twinkie knows this. We don't want to make them our enemies no matter what. They have every means of destroying everything.
Yeah.
they're certainly in a position of power, although I never got a chance to express my concern about giving everyone in the world magic. Some people just don't want to learn, and if they don't want to learn, but magic does everything, then they're going to...
I assume that's what she was also trying to get at. And yeah, just some people don't want to learn about magic. Some people might be just a little, well, in the middle of nowhere to be able to do so, but I would say at least
more concerned about one person not wanting to learn magic, but on the other hand, one person is going to own the world.
Yeah. It's, I mean...
Twinkie's fine with this as long as he doesn't die.
I'm just... I guess it doesn't really
I
truly...
still don't know where I could have met that girl before.
I suppose it doesn't
I
really...
mean, I basically grew up entirely alone except for with Daddy.
I assume that you would have seen her in your, court, castle, whatever.
Oh no, Daddy we just kind of live alone.
Well, I mean... surely you would have seen some visitors, wouldn't you?
Nope.
What?
Not at all.
Well,
Well,
I mean, based on the fact that no one knows where the castle is and that I can't find it, I mean, yeah, it's pretty well hidden.
it seems like that would be one of the places on our laundry list of places to go then, I guess we have a reason to help you find your castle now.
I would assume... Or... I pull Timothy aside, like, don't say it like that. One of the things that she thinks that we're going on this journey is just to help her get back home.
Oh, that's right. I don't think I would have said that then.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to genuinely be nice to everybody, and I don't think I would have said that. But I probably would have said something like, I don't know. Well, then that makes finding your home place all that much more important.
There we go. All right, that was there we go.
Oh
yeah,
god,
that's-
what have I done to myself?
So okay, so my
I'm
concern-
seeing the reactions to the General Lance in chat. What have I done to myself?
Why did you call Lance? Like, you know, so you know, Archer, you
memes.
I know, memes.
It was for the memes.
I know, but here's the thing: you've basically ruined like people making more fan content of this by putting that name on there.
I think deep down inside they knew that.
No. I mean,
Hey, Lance is just a pseudonym, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lance is just a pseudonym. It's not her actual name.
Okay. Well, hopefully that'll be the case, because you know
Okay,
that is a very
I see.
fan contentable character right there.
Also,
I'm just saying.
Chat, like, a chat reacting this way to this character just makes me just have the Nonon Jakuzure smug face, because I know character details you guys don't.
Yeah. Although I think we have reason to be very scared of this person right now.
Well, you know, they're gone. The king's awake. Antonio is Antonio, and what do we do now?
We just simply well.
Do we just say bye to the king and leave? Depart, like give a little goodbye and where we're heading, and you know, good luck with your new ruler.
It makes me wonder what Brock's input on all this is.
Okay.
Brock, do you have any input on the situation?
I just met you all, so I'm just sitting in the corner, kind of like
he's just there
eating popcorn.
Yeah. I think at some point we've got to apologize, because it seems like you've accidentally been dragged into this hot mess.
I just met you all. I have no idea what's going on. And what is this about dragons and airships and magical weapons and Jesus?
Well, I can explain the aerial transports at least. They were in development in the Kingdom of Ilmaz some time ago. I didn't expect them to be finished already, but it seems as though the Queen's magic is truly prodigious.
Yes. They are, they weren't even in initial testing phases even a month ago. So they went from very little progress to complete in 40 days.
I just keep getting this
terrifying
whisper in my ear to kill that man on the ground.
He's not on the ground anymore. He got healed.
Oh, well.
Goodness.
Well, like, you know, as Twinkie was getting at, I guess this doesn't really truly concern us, other than the fact that whatever fees we're gonna have to pay, whatever, you know, extra we're gonna have to be dealing with whenever we go to new towns.
Well, I'm suddenly not as happy about the idea of spreading the good word of the Queen of Ilmaz anymore.
Well, she's not gonna need you to do that anymore, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Her abilities seem to have surpassed that of heralds. Why send a messenger when you can just show up on their front door anytime you want?
Yeah.
Guns waiting. I mean, crossbows waiting.
Fireballs waiting.
Yeah, fireballs waiting, we'll call it that.
Because...
Thunder cannons waiting.
So I guess, are we still able to see the king? Like, is he...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. The guards are, like, helping him up back onto his throne.
Well, Your Majesty, Twinkie has a question. What are you gonna do?
You saw that. We don't have much of a choice.
Well, I mean, look on the bright side, Your Majesty. You're not dead.
And schools and magic everywhere means everyone can go to school and be friends!
I suppose something having schools readily available would be nice. There is, you know, there's a bright side to this. We just simply have to hope that they do not follow the dangers that the Mongols brought about.
There's
dangers.
Well, certainly everything under the rule of a single entity means that anyone who disagrees gets And then I just kind of motion to Antonio.
Well,
I think I got off lucky.
I would say I would hope that they would have a higher tolerance level for people's questions. It's a lot to assume. Although we did see the Queen of Ilmaz changing to what she looked like, and she did, simply just kick us out of the kingdom. No, she did do that.
Well, now I'm thinking if she was able to just send people along on these ships in such a short period of time, what made her make us leave?
I think it's because we didn't agree to her offer.
Yeah, there's.
Majority at least.
We didn't exactly get the chance to all answer there, but yeah.
Majority vote.
Well, Your Majesty, I wish I would impart you some better words here, but
first a lich, now that.
Your Majesty, Twinkie has only 2 words to tell you. That you will
He is pale in the face.
For the future.
Well, the upshot is that your court wizard we may have in fact mistaken your court wizard for a lich. I think the lich may not be the biggest problem.
Well, Your Majesty, get good.
No. Well, the best part about this was that it was all just a big misunderstanding on the lich part. We don't have to worry about the lich, right? Everyone, please.
What if
an entire town just got
I don't think
disappeared?
so.
No, but we certainly do have to worry about the entire town disappearing, but maybe not a lich. Maybe just a court wizard.
If we get lucky, maybe the lich will attack the other kingdom that just attacked us.
I really doubt that.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think that's going to be good enough.
I said that's only if it's really lucky. I never said if it was possible.
Your Majesty, I guess we'll be taking our leave now. Unless there's something you'd like to request of us, but I guess we should probably be...
No.
I guess...
Yes, if there's anything that we can do to assist you in these trying times, please.
We're just, we're just a little random group of wanderers. Not much we can...
Just take your leave. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I think the fate of Aldebrand is sealed.
Yeah, Your Majesty, can I get paid as well?
Twinkie.
You already received your payment. I'm afraid that Aldebrand will be unable to spread your cooking across the world after these recent events.
That's unfortunate.
It's a good thing you got that deal with the Blue Dragon.
I know.
Exactly.
Your Majesty, thank you for your time. Hopefully she will keep to her word about, I guess Ilmaz keeps to her word about, the cultures themselves not disappearing from this place. Yeah, well, probably should get going now.
Well, Your Majesty.
And with that, I think now's a good time to take a break.
Okay.
Oh.
End of Act 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Time to switch CDs, chat.
Break time. Break time. Okay, so guys, we'll be back in
This is
about
basically
Twinkies.
15-20 minutes.
15-20 minutes? Okay, yeah. We'll be back in about 15 to 20 minutes.